Hey guys, DJ Benji here for round 3 of a competitive Modern League. Starting out game 1 on the play, and it looks like we have a keep. Here we have a turn 1 scout followed by some other lands. We got some Primeval Titans, and our opponent is mulliganing to 6. Good to know. Play our scout and pass the turn. Opponent is on some sort of Hatebears, probably. Not the worst matchup. Not great either. But I'm going to go ahead and play my scout. Leave my scout activation available so I can bounce a land in response to, say, an Arbiter plus Ghost Quarter. So here we're going to hope to draw a bounce land because our opponent is probably going to Ghost Quarter us in response to playing the bounce land. So double amulet's great. It means we can shoot for, shoot for the moon. If our opponent does Ghost Quarter us, well, they'd be down a land. Is it worth it? Not exactly sure at this point. It's pretty close. I think we can try it. There we go. Our opponent did not Ghost Quarter us, so maybe their fatal mistake. And they concede. So yeah, not Ghost Quartering was a big mistake there. I'm glad to have Kozilek's return for this matchup. It's pretty solid. They're also, maybe Ramunap will be pretty strong here. I'm thinking all these cards can come in. Even Rex Age could potentially come in. I don't need 2 Dismembers. 3 Dismembers. I think 2 is fine. They do destroy a lot of lands, so Ramunap's pretty good. Clearly, Relic can come out. I think Elder can come out. Pact of Negation, Summoner's Pact. Like, these cards could somewhat come out. Searching gets a lot harder. You'd rather just have, like, a threat. I'm afraid that I might be overboarding here. I don't think I am. So maybe I can board in something like this. Here's 8 cards coming out. They don't use the graveyard. Searching is taxed. Likewise, 0 mana spells are taxed, and searching is taxed. So I'd rather just have threats. And then I do want another Tireless Tracker. See if I can fit it in. Ballista's important. EE is important. Maybe I can go down a Cavern of Souls because they're not countering anything, and put in a Tireless Tracker. So definitely boarding a lot in here. Saheeli's, not sure how much value they're going to add. I think they might be good at distracting our opponent. Okay, so here we have a decent start. We have both a Sakura Tribe Scout and an Azusa, which is pretty good for in terms of acceleration. And we have a Summoner's Pact, which is going to be able to find us any action we need. Bounce land is perfect. Gives us 2 more lands that we won't have a hard time deploying. Okay, Fire Spout's also good. I don't think I need to dismember Thalia here because of the Fire Spout. I want to get more value out of it. The way I would do that would be to play a bounce land, bounce the Gemstone Mine, and then replay it. And then I would be able to get the 2 mana required for dismember. there is a little bit of dyssynergy. I mean, a lot between Azusa and Fire Spout. If I do Azusa first, I'm killing off my my own Azusa, which is not great. Let's see what our opponent does here. No Ghost Quarter, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and play out the Boros Garrison here. Okay, Amulet, that's solid. I think I'll play my Azusa here. And the reason for that is I'm pretty much at the mana I need. If I kill her, it's not the end of the world, as mean as that sounds. Let's play the bounce land, float a mana so I can play my Amulet, and then bounce my Colony Garden. Or do I want to have the Selesnya? I think I'd rather have a bounce land, actually, so maybe that wasn't the best choice. Oh, I needed more mana. So I've got one land drop remaining. Well, looks like I made a misplay there. I can still do it. Selesnya Sanctuary, bounce Gemstone Mine, Violet in via the Sakura Tribe Scout, and then play Amulet of Vigor. But I'm just gonna not do that. It seems like a little bit unnecessary at this point. Considering next turn I can also just play out the Amulet, play the Selesnya Sanctuary 3 times, Summoner's Pact, and get my Titan. At 3 mana, I've got to be concerned with Flicker Wisp. They could flicker out, you know, the Boros Garrison or something like that, and then when it comes back, it'll bounce something. But we don't see it. Okay, what are we getting here? Upkeep, draw. Okay. Gonna play out the Amulet. And going to attempt to just Summoner's Pact here. How do I want to do this? I think maybe I want to generate the mana first. But I also want to play Ancient Stirrings. So if I play Ancient Stirrings, it's going to cost me 2. Summoner's Pact's going to cost 1. Let's go ahead and Summoner's Pact. Get the Primeval Titan. And I'll bounce the Gemstone Mine here. Our opponent can definitely have open lots of stuff, so might want to just get a Simic Growth Chamber and a Teleria West. I think I'm pretty far ahead here, so no need to really rush anything. Bounce the Teleria West, and I'll go ahead and play Ancient Stirrings here. I have the ability to violin something like a another land should I need to, and here I can either draw that, keep the Amulet, which is strong, a strong choice, or get another Teleria West. Either one's decent. I think I'm good on mana, so I'm gonna get the Teleria West and just get redundancy. I think that's probably a safe choice. Okay. Probably should have attacked with the Azusa there, but maybe not. Definitely not. Okay, Blade Splicer coming down. I think this next turn I have to decide what I'm going to do. I think maybe fire spouting the board might be good, or maybe keeping up the pressure with more Titans. I see merits to both. In one case, I would block, or I could attack. For example, if I'm going to hold up fire spout for next turn, I can attack with Azusa first and then do it. Or if I'm going to keep up the pressure, I want to keep them on the battlefield just because I'll have extra. I think I'll just take it. Keeping up the pressure is probably better here than worrying about damage. I'm still at a healthy 13, so we'll see what they have here. End of turn, I'm going to Violin my Gemstone Mine, and they've got a Tectonic Edge. Okay. Unfortunately, don't have a bounce land to save it, but I can still Violin my Gemstone Mine. Okay. 1, 2. Well, okay, so if I'm going to fire spout here, I need red mana. So if I wanted to Teleria West as well, which I do, unfortunately I can't. It seems like it's going to be difficult to do both. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'll be able to Teleria West for something like a red-green bounce land. If I do it the other way, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, then I can easily fire spout. But fire spout actually costs 1 more mana at this point. I think I'd rather keep up the tutor at this point, so we'll go ahead and pay it back this way. Tireless Tracker, not bad, especially after the board's wiped. So here I'm going to get a Gruul Turf. Played a couple times. And don't want to leave it in play or what? Bouncing here. Maybe I just bounced the Simic Growth Chamber. I like having a bounce land in hand. It's pretty strong. And I can file the Teleria West in so that I can even play it next turn, bounce it back. And here what I'm going to do is Fire Spout, red, green, blue, and a red. Clears the board. And then play Tireless Tracker. And next turn I'll be able to search up with Simic Growth Chamber, bouncing Teleria West, and get some pressure on. Our opponent's down to 1 card. Drawing here at number 2. This looks like they have 4 mana. It's probably a Resto Angel. Okay. Amulet of Vigor, that's pretty solid. I'll tap a green and a white to play it. Now I'm going to get double triggers on this. 1. Stack my triggers right. 2, 3, 4, 5. Transmute. For a Summoner's Pact. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have just enough. Right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. So I can pay Summoner's Pact. Primeval Titan. Our opponent could have a path, but he can't play it, so that's pretty good. Giving haste here is pretty strong. I get more triggers, more clue tokens, and our opponent says he can't deal, and he concedes. So that actually got a little bit tricky, a little bit trickier than, I hoped. Maybe there was another way I could have played it where it could have been a little smoother. Luckily, game 2, our opponent didn't have any Ghost Quarters, plus, no Arbiters. And the match went pretty decently. In terms of sideboard cards, we saw our Fire Spout, so just one of them. Our opponent didn't look like he saw any. If we played this one out, we would attack with our Hasty Titan. If our opponent has something like a Resto Angel, he restos Blinking Blade Splicer, getting a 3/3 and a 2/1, so it would have been pretty... He would have traded for the Titan. And yeah, well, our opponent conceded, made it easy on us, and so that's match 3. So don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Stick around for match 4.